Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 6 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter 2 variable equations. The lessons we're going to cover today are: does xy satisfy an equation? Find a value using two variable equations. Identify independent and dependent variables. Solve word problems involving two variable equations. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson. Does xy satisfy an equation? So the first one is, does 1 3 makes an equation y equals 3x true? So 1 3 is an ordered pair, right? X equals 1. The first value is always the x value, so x equals 1 and y equals 3. So we need to replace the values in the given equation. Y is 3, x is 1. 3 times 1 is 3, so both sides of the equation are exactly equal. That means the point 1 3 satisfy the equation. You have to put the point in the equation. If the equation satisfies the point, that means that is the solution. And if it does not, that means that is not the solution of the equation. Let's just start with the test questions. Does 0 0 make the equation y equals x true? So just put the values in the equation. Y is 0, x is 0. Both sides are equal. That means yes, that is 0 0 makes the equation true. Does the point 2 y satisfy the equation y equals 7x minus 7? Y equals 7x minus 7. X is 2, y is 7. 7 equals 7 times 2 minus 7. 7 equals 14 minus 7, so 7 is equal to 7. The correct option is yes. So the correct option is option yes, 27 satisfies the equation. Does the point 1 1 satisfy the equation y equals 8x? 1 1. You just have to put the values. The point 1 1. The first value is x value, x equals 1, y equals 1. Now the equation replace the values in the equation. Y equals 8x, y is 1, x is 1, 1 is not equal to 8. That means that doesn't satisfy the equation. Got it, or you still have any question? The correct option is no, that doesn't satisfy. Does the point is 6 0 a solution to the equation y equals x? So x is 6, y is 0. The equation is y equals x, y is 0, x is 6. 0 is not equal to 6. So no, 6 0 is not a solution to the equation y equals x. The correct option is no. Does 3 6 make the equation y equals 2x true? X equals 3, y equals 6. Y equal to x, y is 6, x is 3. 6 is equal to 6. So yes, that means yes, the point satisfies the equation, right? The correct option is yes. You don't have to think, you have to solve. Use your notebook and pencil. Do not do orally. X equals 7, y equals 5. Y is 5, x is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 minus 3 is 11. 5 is not equal to 11, isn't it? So the correct option is no. The 0.75 does not satisfy the equation. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Find a value using two variable equations. So now you are given an equation that involves two variables. You just have to put up the values for both the variables and calculate the answer. For example, the first one is b equals h minus 1. Find the value of b. Find the value of b when h equals 3. So replace the value in the equation b equals h minus 1, h is 3. That is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. That means when h equals 3, b equals 2. Let's just start with the test questions. Use the equation n equals t plus 4 to find the value of n when t equals 10. So you have to calculate the value of n. You are given t equals 10. So 10 plus 4 makes 14. That means when t equals 10, n equals 14. The correct option is 14. Option number 1 is the correct option. Use the equation r equals j minus 7 to find the value of r when j equals 8. The correct option is very good. 8 minus 7 is 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Use the equation q equals j minus 8 to find the value of q and j equals 10. So which is the correct option? Use the correct option is q equals 2. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Use the equation w equals v plus 3 to find the value for w when v equals 3. So which is the correct option? W equals v plus 3. So to find the value of w when v equals 3. So which is the correct option? When v equals 3, w equals 6. It is option number 3 is the correct option. Very good. Use the equation r equals m plus 8 to find the value of r when m equals 8. So which is the correct option? That is r equals 11. Option number 2 is the correct option. Use the equation y equals m plus 6 to find the value of y when m equals 1, which is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is identify independent and dependent variables. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, that is moved to the. Let's just skip this lesson. The next lesson is solve word problems. Solve word problems involving two variable equations. This equation shows how Venus earrings are related to the amount of time he spent working at the drugstore. M equals 14h. The variable h represents the amount of time he spent working at the drugstore, and the variable m represents the amount of money earned. After spending 1 hour working at the drugstore, how much money will Vince earn? So, which is the correct option? So, m equals 14h. The question is after spending 1 hour working at the drugstore. So H represents the hour, right? So that means you need to put H equals 1 in the equation and calculate the value of M. So 14 times 1 is 14. Let's just start with the test questions. You have to understand from the question the value of which variable, the value of which variable is given and which one you have to calculate, right? So let's just start with the next test questions. This equation shows how the total number of books Russell has read depends on the number of months he has been part of the book club. B equals m plus 2. The variable m represents the number of months he has been a member of the book club, and the variable b represents the number of books that he has read. After belonging to the book club for 5 months, how many books will Russell have read in all? So m represents the number of month, right? So that means you are given m equals 5. You need to calculate the value of b. So which is the correct option? That is 7. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. 5 plus 2 makes 7. This equation shows how the length of Lexi's essay depends on the number of hours she spent writing this week. P equals h plus 18. The variable H represents the number of hours she spent writing this week, and the variable P represents the total number of pages that have been written. After spending 2 hours writing this week, how many pages will Lexi have written in total? So, which is the correct option? You are given 2 hours. That is 20 hours. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. The equation shows how the length of the Lacey's hair depends on the number of years since her last haircut. H equals 13t. The variable t represents the number of years Lacey since her last haircut, and the variable h represents the hair length in centimeters. Lacey last got her haircut 1 year ago. How long is it now? The correct option is t equals 1, so 13 times 1 is 13. Option number 3 is the correct option. This equation shows how the time required to ring up a customer is related to the number of items being purchased. T equals P plus 7. The variable P represents the number of items being purchased, and the variable T represents the time required to ring up the customer. How long does it take to ring up a customer with one item? So, which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. 7 plus 1 makes 8. So, option number 1 is the correct option. The equation shows how the total number of hair bands Kelly owns is related to the amount of money she spends on the additional hairband. H equals D plus 1. So the variable T represents the amount of money she spent on additional hairbands, and the variable H represents the number of hairbands she owns. With $13 to spend on new hairbands, how many total hairbands can Kelly own? That is 13 plus 1 makes 14, so the correct option is 14. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Complete a table for two variable relationship. Complete the table using the equation f equals s plus 7. You just have to use this equation. You are given s equals 4. So replace s equals 4 in the equation, then f equals 11. Let's just start with the test questions. Complete the table using the equation p equals s plus 6. You have to calculate the value of p for s equals 3. So just replace the s with the value 3 plus 6 is 9. So that means when s equals 3, p equals 9. The correct option is 9. Complete the table using the equation c equals a plus 3. So which is the correct option? You have to calculate the c when a equals 3. Sorry, when a equals 1. So which is the correct option? Three plus one is four. Option number one is the correct option. Complete the table using the equation W equals M plus 2. So when W equals M plus 2, which is the correct option? That is option number 1, 3, and 6 is the correct option. Very good. Complete the table using the equation F equals S plus 5. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. They are 6 and 7. Complete the table using the equation b equals a plus 10. So, which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. They are 11 and 13. Complete the table using the equation f equals s plus 7. So, which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So, we were working on grade 6 math. The chapter we are working on is two variable equations. The lessons we have covered today are: does xy satisfy an equation? Find a value using two variable equations. Word problems involving two variable equations, and then complete a table for a two variable relationship. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. No questions. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.